Chapter 1. The Mini Habits Concept Summary. This chapter introduces the core concept of mini habits. The author likely discusses the common pitfalls of traditional goal-setting methods, which often rely heavily on motivation and willpower. He then presents mini habits as an alternative approach. Mini habits are described as extremely small, positive behaviors that you commit to doing every day. The chapter probably explains why these tiny actions are too small to fail, and how this characteristic makes them powerful tools for personal change. Key ideas. Traditional goal-setting methods often fail due to their reliance on fluctuating motivation and limited willpower. Mini habits are incredibly small, positive behaviors performed daily. The too small to fail nature of mini habits makes them achievable even on your worst days. Takeaway. By focusing on tiny, achievable actions, you can bypass mental resistance and build momentum for larger changes in your life. Chapter 2. The Science Behind Mini Habits Summary. This chapter likely delves into the neuroscience and psychology behind the mini habit strategy. The author probably explains how small actions create neural pathways in the brain and how repetition strengthens these pathways over time. The concept of neuroplasticity might be discussed to show how consistent small actions can lead to significant brain changes. The chapter may also explore how success with small habits boosts self-efficacy and intrinsic motivation, creating a positive feedback loop. Key ideas. Small, consistent actions create and strengthen neural pathways in the brain. Repetition of mini habits leverages neuroplasticity for lasting change. Successful completion of mini habits increases self-efficacy and intrinsic motivation. Takeaway. Mini habits work with your brain's natural mechanisms to create lasting change with minimal effort and resistance. Chapter 3. Setting up your mini habit summary. This chapter likely provides practical guidance on how to establish mini habits. The author probably emphasizes the importance of choosing habits that align with larger personal goals. The process of making these habits ridiculously small is likely explained in detail, with examples to illustrate the concept. The chapter may also cover the importance of being specific about when and where you'll perform each habit, touching on concepts like implementation intentions. Key ideas. Select mini habits that support your broader life goals. Make your chosen habits extremely small and easily achievable. Be specific about the time and place for performing each mini habit. Takeaway. The key to success with mini habits is to make them so small that you can't rationalize not doing them, thereby eliminating the need for high motivation or willpower. Chapter 4. The Power of the One Push-Up Challenge Summary. This chapter likely focuses on a specific example, the author's personal experience with committing to one push-up daily. It probably details how this seemingly insignificant challenge led to more substantial changes in his fitness routine. The chapter may explore how this tiny commitment often resulted in doing more than just one push-up, demonstrating the principle of momentum. It likely illustrates how lowering the barrier to entry for positive behaviors can lead to surprising results. Key ideas. A real-life example of the one push-up daily challenge and its unexpected outcomes. How a tiny commitment often leads to doing more than the minimum. The principle of lowering the entry barrier for positive behaviors. Takeaway. Starting with the tiniest step can lead to significant results over time, often exceeding initial expectations. Chapter 5. Overcoming Resistance and Procrastination Summary. This chapter probably addresses how mini habits can help overcome common obstacles to behavior change. It likely explains why mini habits require minimal willpower, making them resistant to procrastination. The author may discuss the concept of inertia in human behavior and how mini habits help overcome the initial resistance to starting tasks. The chapter might also explore why the stupid small nature of mini habits makes them seem less daunting, reducing anxiety and overwhelm. Key ideas. Mini habits require minimal willpower, circumventing common procrastination triggers. They help overcome the inertia that often prevents us from starting tasks. The extremely small nature of mini habits reduces anxiety and overwhelm associated with change. Takeaway. By making tasks absurdly easy to start, you can overcome the biggest hurdle to behavior change: getting started. Chapter 6. Building Multiple Mini Habits Summary. This chapter likely provides guidance on how to expand from one mini habit to multiple habits. It probably advises starting with one or two habits before gradually adding more. The author may discuss the importance of ensuring new habits don't conflict with existing ones. The concept of habit stacking Linking new habits to established routines is likely introduced as a strategy for incorporating multiple mini-habits into daily life. Key ideas. Start with a small number of mini-habits before expanding. Ensure new habits complement rather than conflict with existing ones. Use habit stacking to link new mini-habits to established routines. Takeaway. Gradually building a network of complementary mini-habits can lead to significant life transformations over time. Chapter 7. Tracking and Measuring Progress Summary. This chapter probably focuses on the importance of monitoring your mini-habits. It likely suggests keeping a simple record of completed mini-habits and emphasizes focusing on consistency rather than perfection. The author may discuss various tracking methods and their benefits. The chapter might also explore the psychological impact of celebrating small wins and how this reinforces the habit-forming process. Key ideas. Maintain a simple record of completed mini-habits. Focus on consistency and habit performance rather than perfection. Regularly celebrate small wins to reinforce the habit-forming process. Takeaway. Consistent tracking helps maintain motivation, provides valuable insights into your progress, and reinforces the habit through positive reinforcement. Chapter 8. Expanding Mini-Habits Summary. This chapter likely discusses how to grow mini-habits over time. It probably emphasizes allowing natural growth rather than forcing expansion. The author may provide guidelines on when and how to increase the scope of a mini-habit. The chapter might also stress the importance of maintaining the original mini-habit as a fallback option for challenging days. Key ideas. Allow mini-habits to grow naturally as they become ingrained. Avoid forcing rapid expansion of mini-habits. Maintain the original mini-habit as a safety net for difficult days. Takeaway. Mini-habits can serve as a foundation for more significant changes over time, but it's crucial to let this growth happen organically. Chapter 9. Applying mini-habits to various life areas summary. This chapter probably explores how the mini-habit strategy can be applied to different aspects of life. It likely provides examples of mini-habits for various goals such as fitness, productivity, learning, and personal growth. The author may discuss how to customize the approach to fit individual needs and preferences, offering a range of ideas for readers to consider. Key ideas. Mini-habits can be applied to numerous areas including fitness, productivity, learning, and personal growth. Examples of mini-habits for different goals, e.g., reading 1 page, meditating for 1 minute. Guidance on customizing the mini-habits approach for individual needs. Takeaway. The mini-habit strategy is versatile and can be adapted to almost any area of self-improvement, making it a powerful tool for holistic personal development. Chapter 10. Maintaining Long-Term Success Summary. This final chapter likely focuses on how to sustain the mini-habits approach over the long term. It probably discusses why mini-habits are more sustainable than traditional approaches due to their low demands on willpower. The author may explore how mini-habits create a positive feedback loop of success and motivation. The chapter might conclude by emphasizing how the focus on small, consistent actions leads to compound growth over time. Key ideas. Mini-habits are sustainable due to their minimal demands on willpower. They create a positive feedback loop of success and motivation. Consistent small actions lead to significant compound growth over time. Takeaway. By embracing the power of tiny, consistent changes, you can achieve lasting personal transformation and continue to grow over the long term.